Hi, everyone. I'm excited to walk you through my approach to this assignment for Dono. In this presentation, I'm going to outline my thought processes, strategic decisions, and execution plan for launching Dono's title search automation. Since this is a major industry shift, my strategy prioritizes three key areas: demand gen and brand awareness, which is important for balancing between short-term lead generation and long-term positioning as an industry leader for AI-powered title searches. Next, strategic sales enablement, ensuring that sales is equipped to sell effectively from day one. And third, pre-launch and first month execution, including a structured campaign to build anticipation and thereafter accelerate adoption. Okay, so for this campaign, I focused on title search automation for title agents and abstractors as the primary use case, given their high reliance on speed, accuracy, and efficiency in juxtaposition with how long it can actually take them to do their research manually. So the primary audience definition of title agents and abstractors: professionals responsible for researching property ownership history, liens, encumbrances, and legal claims. This audience has high volume, labor-intensive work, and Dono can eliminate hours of manual searching for them. Revenue depends on speed and accuracy for them. Faster searches can mean that they can close more deals. Legal and compliance risks, missed liens create costly delays or lost transactions. And Dono's automation solves fragmented and outdated record issues by cross-referencing multiple databases instantly. Bottom line, understanding these pain points allows us to craft messaging, positioning, and campaign activities that drive real adoption. Regarding the persona, throughout this strategy, I deliberately balanced the tone and vocabulary to account for the industry's current mindset on AI adoption. So I assumed diverse educational and professional backgrounds. Title professionals can range anywhere from legal experts to business owners or administrators. And that means that the messaging needs to be accessible without oversimplifying. AI skepticism amongst non-tech users. So I took into consideration the fact that many title professionals are not from technical backgrounds and may be wary of using AI, or they might even be concerned that AI could replace human oversight. So messaging emphasizes that AI is an assistant and not a replacement. And AI adoption is already endorsed by industry leaders. I did, based on my findings, of course, Alta is actively promoting AI adoption. And so I wanted to strike a balance between innovation and trust building, taking into consideration concerns on the one part, by personas on the other hand, the market support that already exists for Dono. So all of this together meant that I was basically threading together credibility, reassurance, and excitement all at the same time, and trying to keep the narrative simple. So the messaging, after doing all of the evaluation and some, after learning from the materials that you all shared, as well as doing my own research, I landed on unlock faster, more accurate title searches with Dono. So now I'm just going to read to you the messaging framework that I developed. Title agents and abstractors spend hours manually searching fragmented county databases. These delays slow transactions, create compliance risks, and increase costs. So the goal with Dono is to speed up closings by reducing search times from 30 plus minutes to just 5 minutes. From my research, it could take an entire day even to do research for a single title. Eliminate errors. AI-powered cross-referencing ensures almost 100% accuracy, and scaling without headaches by performing bulk searches effortlessly. This messaging balances efficiency, accuracy, and scalability, the three factors that drive purchasing decisions in this space, like in most businesses. So I tried to take a structured, phased approach to maximize impact, and I actually started before the 1 month countdown, meaning my recommendation would be to start with a pre-launch strategy, particularly for such a big release. I treated this release as a release of the entire product for the first time to the market. So during the first 3 weeks, which are before the product launch, we would want to build anticipation and awareness and warm up the market. So LinkedIn teaser campaigns targeting title agents and underwriters with posts like, "What if title searches only took 5 minutes?" and other teasers like that. Sneak peek demo clips, so showcasing some of the AI-powered automation in action without showing too much detail. or a lot of blurry. And all of this activity together, especially via the relevant groups and thought leadership engagement, would also be a fundamental part of that, because you don't want to just be pushing what you're selling, but you also want to bring that added value. All of this early engagement would then ensure that by launch time, some of our prospects at least are already even more familiar with Dono and ready to learn more. Then we would launch the first month execution, including 4 key activities. 1, targeted LinkedIn ads, as well as email marketing. Those would include sponsored PPC and direct outreach, as well as cold email marketing. In this way, with the LinkedIn targeting capabilities, we could really reach decision makers much more efficiently. And of course, short demos and testimonials prove ROI quickly. So we would want to try to get some of those videos to include early adopters. The budget allocation would be about $2,000 for the LinkedIn ads, and then of course the overhead for the tools that we're using for email marketing, and possibly for social media management. Next would be guest articles in PR in industry publications. Not all of these cost money, but some of them do. So I've budgeted $1,000 for that. And these would include publications in the Title Report, Alta News, and the Housing Wire. For example, topics would include basically information around AI-powered title research and why it's so effective, and really comparing it to traditional approaches. And by doing that, we can increase brand credibility and thought leadership simultaneously. And also by leveraging the PR placements, and of course we get third-party validation. Third would be exclusive early access offer, which we would offer to as many people as we could who would join and onboard Dono more quickly. We would give them a good discount. And on top of that, we would specifically target major title firms in Florida and Kentucky that we would want to create relationships with, perhaps even offer them an even better early access promotion in order to then also get case studies and testimonials from them, which are vital going forward for credibility and shortening of the sales process. We could dedicate about $1,500 to this, and that would of course also include the discounts, and then this way we could also encourage our early adopters to become influencers basically on the market, or evangelists, in other words, within their industries. And we could also dedicate about $1,500 to this so that we could include incentives as well for influencing and for engagements. And finally, industry forum engagement, which would include LinkedIn groups, Reddit, Alta forums possibly. Facebook is also another option. And this only includes, of course, overhead costs, or hopefully would in the long run generate organic engagement. We could also discuss AI and title research. We could invite users to try Dono for free and tell us what they think. We could leverage this for a lot of things, and it's hugely important also for long-term engagement. This would also encourage a lot of the title professionals to give Dono a try, because, you know, a lot of people would want to see or hear peer recommendations, and they would also want to see us active in their forums, bringing added value beyond just trying to sell our product. And then the first week of the launch itself would be focusing on driving adoption through high impact, low barrier activities, which would include targeted LinkedIn ads and email outreach. Email marketing is a thing. It's still a thing for most professionals, including for tech professionals. So even more so for professionals who are less techy. We could evaluate options for guest articles in industry publications, and this whole approach really ensures immediate traction while laying the foundation for long-term brand credibility. So beyond just marketing, sales has to really be prepared to sell this product effectively from day one. And so a lot of energy should be put into sales enablement, which covers the problem area, the solution, benefits, and call to action as well, and market validation. Of course, it's hard to generate market validation when you're brand new on the market. And also, I emphasized in the sales deck the certifications and memberships that Dono already has, of course, SOC 2 and Alta being the primaries. Customer one-pager reinforces 80% faster closing, which actually, based on my research, might even be low. I think that I saw 90% as one of the numbers. And of course, the exclusive offer, which we would never go to market with until we were properly aligned, of course, with this authorization of the CFO or whoever it is at Dono that's making the budget approvals right now, as well as, of course, ensuring that Salesforce or HubSpot or whatever system CRM we're using is fully updated with all of the packagings and offerings, and including this special offer. What's missing, meaning what would I normally deliver in a real launch? I would do a major competitive analysis, and then, of course, share with the sales teams battle cards. They could be side-by-side feature comparisons or objection handling tips, or they could be a combination of both. They could be customer-facing, things that the sales team can share with customers. They could also just be information that supports the sales team that we don't want them to share outside, but they can use verbally. And those are decisions that we would make as a business. Pre-written emails, LinkedIn sequences, a demo library possibly with video clips showing different use cases of title searches, pricing and negotiation guide for the sales team, which would only really need to be 1 or 2 pages maximum. And preferably there would be a sales playbook. Certainly there would be information supporting sales for objection handling, as well as FAQs. There should be FAQs that can be shared with customers via written material, but also a lot of questions arise that you might not want to publish outwardly, but are okay with the salespeople sharing verbally, and those, of course, would be distributed internally only. And then, of course, I would also deliver sales enablement sessions, and I would train the sales team, and I would do demos for the sales team. And preferably, I would do these things in coordination and partnership with the person who owns the product or the features that we're focusing on. I would coordinate everything, of course, very closely with sales leadership, finance, biz ops to ensure alignment, customer success before rolling out any promotional offers, but also overall ensuring that the differentiators and the value prop really jive with their perspectives, and all of that would be checked and double checked and then iterated on even after releasing it and going forward. So defining success requires, of course, first assessing our baseline metrics. So this is a bit of a challenge and somewhat imaginary. Key KPIs, though, would include leads generated, LinkedIn growth and engagement, cost per lead, and conversion rate, depending on the different aspect of the strategy that we're focusing on. Beyond those number indicators or base number indicators, it would also be fundamental to get prospect and customer feedback, social listening, market sentiment, taking notes on, tone of voice and things of that sort, but also tracking engagement across platforms, just to see if there's a buzz, what that buzz looks like, and if the buzz is growing. And critical is internal team feedback from sales teams and customer success teams, especially to ensure that we're getting their feedback directly from customers and prospects, and also from their own experiences when interacting with those different audiences. And this way we can ensure that we're not just tracking numbers, but we're also learning and iterating from our real world market experiences and using that learning both to tweak the market campaign strategy and the overall market strategy, as well as even the product roadmap, for example. So finally, this isn't just a launch strategy. It's a scalable framework for market adoption. I went through already. Balancing demand gen with brand awareness is fundamental, especially at the beginning of this journey, driving immediate adoption while building long-term credibility. Sales enablement is key, ensuring sales is equipped to execute from day one. That means that all of the work I would have done and delivered also should have been ready prior to day one, and the sales team should be ready and confident on day one. Success metrics are rooted in reality, so they have to be based on benchmarks and cross-team collaboration. My passion, it's super important. All of the research shows how important coordinated, collaborative GTM approach is the most successful. And in fact, the opposite can be highly detrimental. So that would really be the glue that keeps everything together. And my final thoughts, this is obviously just one possible approach. For larger launches like this, we would typically also evaluate field marketing, PR, analyst relations, all to maximize credibility, industry influence, market presence, basically. And we would have to weigh all of those options as well when evaluating the launch size and the audience and deciding what our overall go-to-market objectives are. And that's all. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from you soon. Bye.